Okay, y'all. So I wanted to jump on real quick. I got a client coming within the next hour. Let me tell y'all what happened this morning. So we have a snowstorm this morning. It's probably like dusting. Total probably an inch. However, the main streets were treated last night. I'm sorry, I'm eating too, so I'm hungry. The main streets were treated last night. The side roads were not treated. So around my house, I usually, once it starts to snow, because I live on hills surrounding me, once it starts to snow, I try to think about planning my route. But so I live on the side street, not side street, I live on the corner. And I was thinking that my street wasn't treated, but the main road one block up, which is more of the main road that's taken, I thought it would have been treated. So the hill, you get there and it's one of these, you go down, kind of go out like that, and then keep going down. So I get to the top of the hill on 33rd Street and I start going down. And when I start going down, I immediately hit the brakes. There are 5 cars lined up that must have slid out just like I was. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a car like this, and then one on the side like this, 5. I'm sliding and I'm hitting my brakes. I'm hitting my brake and I'm like, okay, should I hit the curb? Do I try to throw it in park? Do I spin out? Do I throw it in neutral? What do I do? Soon as I hit before I hit the straight part that continues to go down, my car speeds up. There's 2 people that are like waving the stop. I'm already sliding. I'm on my brakes from the top of the hill. All ice. The cars are lined up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's this gate right here because the car's sitting on the side of the road, but there's one that's already up on the grass. The grass has got a little like island between the grass and where the houses yards start. So the sidewalk is right there. So there's grass, sidewalk, and then the fence to start where the houses are. I'm sliding down. I speed up while I'm on the brake. My car has completely lost all control. I jump the curb. Now my eyes are kind of shut. But where I jump the curb, end up on the grass landing. I get out. The guy's like, we were trying to tell you stop. I was like, I was already sliding. Y'all, I did not hit anyone. God gave me that little gap where the 1, 2, 3 and the car was facing me. So I thought I'm getting ready to hit this car, the 4th car that's on the grass island already. I'm thinking I'm getting ready to hit them face on. I bypass their car, don't hit the fence, and end up on the grass. There was like, in my head, the way I pictured it, there was only like this much space between their car. It, like literally, like when I say not like this much space between their car and the fence. That's what I thought I was getting ready to run into them head on. I have no damage on my car. Literally none. Yesterday I was emotional, but I'm just so grateful. Like I've had run-ins where I was a little bitty girl and fell through the main floor to the basement, to a concrete basement. And I was 2 years old. And the first thing my aunt said to me when she made it to me first, they were like, that baby done fell through that floor. I was playing with this hole in my grandmother's house and shouldn't have been. First thing I said when I made it to her was, that man caught me. I was dropped off at about 5 at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night with my little dress on and my purple coat. And we had a duplex that had an entry door, and then you go downstairs to our door. Well, my dad dropped me off, and I thought my mom yelled out, or I heard TV on. The TV was on, so I waved bye to my dad. My dad left. I walked over a mile, about 5 years old, to my grandmother's house in the dark. Was never bothered. Knew exactly where to go. It was definitely an argument between my parents, you know, to make sure I was inside, but was safe. I've spun out on the road to Minnesota, driving up there to go to school like fishtail. Came out unscathed. I've been left at school in elementary. My papa was supposed to pick me up. Schedule was mixed up. This lady, I want to say her name was Kim. She had a black Camaro. She stopped. She sat down on the side of the road because I was crying by that time. I was the only kid left at school, and this must have been like summer school because there were no administrators outside. On a busy street, you know, and this lady stopped and she said, well, I'll take you where you're going. And for some reason I trusted her enough. I was probably 8. Trusted her enough to get in the car and direct her straight to, I didn't never know street names. I just knew exactly where I was going. I've always been observant like that. But I had just been recently praying and pressing in because I felt like I wasn't connecting, and I knew God had always been with me. And so this, to me, although scary, pray for the other cars and everybody involved, and I hope all their cars get taken care of, and that after I left they didn't have anybody else involved. But I just know God is always with me. If you guys saw how the cars were lined up, literally, there was no way I could have bypassed any of those cars. And I'm in awe of how God I just was like, when I hit the curve and you hear it hit, I just knew I was going straight into the other car. God is so good. I just want to get on and give that little testimony. Yesterday was rough for me because, you know, I've dealt with the traumatic experience of someone no longer wanting to be in this world. And I think right now there's a crisis with Black men and mental health. And I just want to say rest in peace to Twitch. He left behind a beautiful wife and 3 kids. And that one, it's pretty personal to me. I've told the story of my daughter's dad, but I have to upload that video so you guys will know more about that, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from with that. But God is very present, especially in my life. And if I was ever doubtful, there are instances that happen with me, and it just brings it all back to the forefront that he's never left me. So just want to jump on and share that testimony with you guys. I'm so glad I'm okay, and I didn't run into anything, anyone's house, anyone's fence, none of that. Anyone's car, any person, because there were people standing outside already. It was so slick on the road. I had to ride that stretch of grass. It was probably about was it 4 feet? About 3.5, 4 feet stretch of grass. I had to ride that stretch of grass on everybody's. There were like probably 7 more houses down to the end of to the main street. I had to ride that grass all the way back down, that stretch of grass. So I'm glad I'm okay, and I just want to hop on and say God is very present. And so don't you forget it. I hope you don't have to go through anything shocking like that to know that he's still very much so working in all of our lives. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Let me see if I can show you guys a little bit of snow we got too. Let's see. So I told y'all I have a little, this is my studio. So yeah, that's the snow we got. It's not much, but it was enough to do a little shaking up. So I hope you guys are well. I will talk to you all later. Love you. Bye-bye.